welcome back to the Wandering Hen Farm, and today we're gonna talk about raising baby chicks. All right, so first things first, before the chicks even get here, what do we need? We need a brooder box. We need a heat lamp, we need feed, we need chick grit, we need a waterer, and we need a feeder. Okay, so let's talk about the brooder box. What kind of brooder box do you need? I have used everything from a cardboard box to a plastic tote to metal troughs, water troughs that you can buy at Tractor Supply. I've used it all. So basically use what you have. If you can't afford a big metal brooder, or if you don't want to build something, I would love to build something. But if you can't do those things, use a plastic tote, use a cardboard box, use what you have. Make use of what you've got before you go buy something. All right, let's see. And now we'll talk about heat source. What do we want to use? Do we want to use a heat lamp or do we want to use a heat plate? There's benefits to both. The heat plates are gonna be more natural. It's more like a mama hen that they crawl underneath and they all cuddle together. That's nice. It's nice. It seems more natural versus a heat lamp that's like this big light shining down on them, and it can create abnormal sleep cycles. But I have problems with the heat plate if I have too many chicks. So say I've got 30, 40 chicks, they all huddle underneath there because they're cold. The ones in the middle overheat and they die. I've had so many baby chicks get crushed because of the heat plate method that I've actually stopped using heat plates altogether. So I just use heat lamps with the red bulbs. And because I use heat lamps and they are prone to catching fire or whatever it's close to, they are so hot, I only use the metal like water troughs from Tractor Supply. So there's no risk of fire. I will show you what I'm talking about at the end of this video. Another thing about the heat source, make sure it's just on one side of the box. So that way, if the chicks need to get away from it, they have access to that and they don't have to, they won't get overheated and they can get away from the heat. So if your chicks are all huddled together, it means that you need to lower your heat lamp so that they can get to the heat more. If they're all away from the heat lamp, it means they're too hot. It makes, common sense. But just make sure they have access to a cool area and a warmer area so they can move around as they please. You want to see chicks spread out over the entire box and they need to look comfortable. All right, so we've talked about heat. Now let's talk about feed. What do we feed the baby chicks? So I just go cheap. I get a bag, a 50-pound bag of chick starter at Tractor Supply, and it lasts me forever, normally until I get them on grass. Because that is my goal here. Get them on the grass, because these are meat chickens. So I get the non-medicated kind just because I'm going to eat these birds and I don't want the medicated chick food. I just don't want unnecessary things in my meat. So I go that route. You do what's best for you. Also, very important, chick grit. You need chick grit from day one. I don't care what anybody tells you. Even the bag tells you to wait until they're like 6 weeks. I don't know. Don't wait. They need it from day one. Think about birds that hatch in a chicken coop or in the wild. Do they wait until they're a certain age before they peck around in the grass? No, they're gonna start eating little pebbles and sand and food from day one, not 4 weeks or 6 weeks old. Do chick grit immediately. They need that grit in their crop to help grind up their food. And if they don't have it, they're gonna get sour crop or an impacted crop and they're going to die. All right, let's talk about water. So when the chicks first get here, I like to give them a little extra boost. So I like to make something called magic water. And what that is a tablespoon of honey, 2 cloves of garlic, and a cap full of apple cider vinegar. in this jar right here. And I then put filtered water. Make sure you use filtered water because there's chlorine and other contaminants in tap water, and that can actually kill baby chicks. So just be careful. I don't know, depends on where you live too. Like our city water is really yucky here, so we have to use filtered water for our animals. So I put all that yummy stuff in this jar and I mix it up with a spoon really, really well. Then I put one of the chick waterers. They make just the red attachments onto this jar, and that's their magic water. Also make sure your chicks have access to fresh, clean water at all times. All right guys, that's it. Super simple. You can do it. I believe in you. Let's go check out my brooder setup before I end this video. All right, here's our setup. Here's our metal brooder, our waterer. We've got our light right here, and everybody's kind of spread out. They're not too clumped together. And that's it. Simple as that. All right, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.